ready to go. The familiar faces of Isaiah Cousins, Buddy Hield out there, and OU is chasing, in fact, everyone in the conference now chasing West Virginia. Mountaineers sit at 8-2, but notice that Texas line, folks, red hot. They've won 7 of their last 8. They've won 4 in a row. They're wearing the burnt orange, and here we go. Mike Stewart will toss it up. Joe DeRosa, Keith Kimball. That rounds out our veteran officiating crew. It's a good one. I'm Brent Musburger with Fran Fraschilla. Fran, give everybody a little rundown here on this Longhorn attack.
Well, they're going to run a lot of pick and roll for Isaiah Taylor. Remember, Oklahoma, Brent, loves to switch all over the court. Ball screen will be coming soon.
Taylor goes into the corner. Front row stands until OU converts its first hoop. Yancey gets the Longhorn bounce.
That basket allows Texas to set up their press. And Yancey's going to guard Buddy Hield. Keep your eye on that, number 5.
Here comes Buddy. Great pass, and they can't throw it down. Can't finish. Lambert feeds eBay down low. eBay left hand and did not get that bounce. Ball out of bounds, goes over to the Sooners.
One of the things Texas worked on today, Brent, was making sure Buddy Hield doesn't get that transition 3. And eBay left the basket open, but Oklahoma couldn't take advantage.
They trap in the corner. They go to Cousins. He gets it up the floor now to Hield. Buddy pulls the trigger. And that's what practice for about 6 hours a day will do for you. Buddy Hield was here when I arrived at 11:30. He stayed after their afternoon shoot around, just kept firing and firing and firing.
He's paying rent in this building.
Felix cutoff comes down that baseline. Back outside, a 3 ball is knocked down by Yancey.
That's bonus points, Brent. Yancey not a scorer. He's in there for his toughness and his defense.
Spangler across the timeline for the Sooners. Woodard, Cousins.
I want you to watch, Brent, how many times Cousins has the ball tonight in pick and roll.
Here's the conference's leading scorer trying to cross over. Lambert did a good job defensively. Woodard misfires, battle for the rebound, and it will belong to the Sooners.
Texas likes to go zone underneath. They'll stay in the zone, but they've got to find those shooters.
Spangler steps out the free throw line. Good Texas defense on this set. Pull up by Cousins is off. Rebound, OU basketball, fresh 30. Cousins. Back now to Buddy Hield, rims out. And the first foul of the game going to go against OU, and it's against Woodard.
Cousins found Hield on the penetration. Everybody turned to watch the ball, and Hield got open. One of the things we talked with Isaiah Taylor about today, Brent, is how he's grown up under Shaka Smart. He's really controlled his speed well.
Taylor's 3 ball.
That's got to make you feel good if you're Shaka Smart. He's only shooting 29%.
Woodard was wide open, and Latin did not lead him, and that led to a turnover, and Texas is off to a real good start in this game. They know Lambert is effective beyond the line, and Spangler jumped out on him, and so now Taylor will reset it.
Remember how poised they were a week ago in Waco?
Felix looking for that floater, kicks back outside now. That is 2 threes for Yancey.
This is bonus. This is found money for Shaka Smart. Yancey only 2 for 15 behind the arc coming in tonight.
battle for the loose ball on the floor, and foul is going to be called, and it's against Latin.
If you've watched Texas over the last 8 games, this is not a surprise. Watch Kendall Yancey harass Hield. That's why he's in the lineup, and part of the reason they've won 7 out of 8.
Yancey with 8 tonight. His season high already in this game.
Well,
4 minutes in.
You remember his brother, Terrell Harris, who played at Oklahoma State? He told Kendall Yancey, go to the coach and find out what I've got to do to play more. Shaka Smart said, you've got to be a junkyard dog for us. And that's what he's been on the defensive end.
There's Prince eBay impressing the scouts who are here tonight with that length drive to the hoop. Little left-handed shot. High percentage for a 7-footer.
He's making money, Brent. He's making money. We've seen it before our eyes.
But a heel is one and done. Yancey now with a defensive rebound. Yancey leading the way here. Taylor, and it's ripped down off that glass by McNeese. We welcome everybody now to Norman, Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Sooners in their home whites have the ball, but Texas has jumped them. The Longhorns lead it, and this man with the ball right now has a season high with 8 points. Yancey. Lammert lethal outside, but he misses that time. Spangler rebounds. A 10-point Longhorn lead. They carved it early, led by Yancey. Tap back, battle in the corner. Felix tracks it down for the Longhorns, and here's the ringleader. This is Taylor, their fine point guard.
Confident start by Texas, something that's been a hallmark the last 8 games. Poise and confidence is a big reason for this run.
Over and back. Shaka was trying to convince the official that it was hit by Oklahoma. The Joe DeRozan basketball game than any OU deficiencies. But keep in mind that Oklahoma is still on Joe Lunardi's 1. They're headed for a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, according to Joey Brackets. But they've got to win games like this at home or they won't be a number 1. So they run the weave out on top after the timeout. The crowd obviously has been taken out here in the early going. Sellout crowd tonight, and Spangler is fouled. Lammert, the defender. Shaka Smart, his first year, took Virginia Commonwealth to a Final Four. Very detail-oriented coach, and as Fran told you, just done a terrific job here so far.
These two coaches are very similar, Brent. I know you might not think that because of the age difference, but both coach confidence in their players.
To the corner, Woodard. He was covered by size, so Spangler off the front of that iron. Oklahoma cold shooting at home, and that's somewhat unusual for them. They're only 1 of 8.
Hey, they're coming off a game where they shot 6 of 24 at the Octagon in Doom Saturday night.
Claire, back up center, jump hook. Didn't get the bounce. Pulled down by Cousins. So McNeese.
Cousins, great try, Brent. Got right to the rim, and you know, you're mentioning McNeese. I know you're going to talk about him. This kid redshirted a year ago. He's played very little in conference play, but enormous potential.
How about Felix, the way he can float it? Smallest player on the floor right now. Stocky little guard, gets into that lane, nails that. He was a high point man for the Horns in their last outing against Texas Tech.
Remember that 25-point game against North Carolina? Roy Williams said he's got that old man YMCA game.
Cousins just can't get it to fall so far in this game. Oklahoma 2 of 9, and Texas loving every second of it.
Completely different Texas team than the team we saw early in the season.
We watched them last Monday beat Baylor in Waco, and here they are with a nice lead early in this game. Davis, one of their talented freshmen, into Cousins' hands. Here is McNeese, and he gives it up. Then comes to set a pick for Buddy. Buddy's going to drive, kick to the corner. Woodard, yes. Maybe that'll get him rolling. Lethal from the corners at Woodard.
You've seen something in Buddy's game he didn't have a year ago, that dribbling, putting it on the floor.
Now they can put together back-to-back field goals and bring this crowd right back in it. And Woodard drives the foul. Did a nice drive into Roach. Coming up, Coach Frank will go off the dribble. A little firepower like that, Fran. That was good.
They do. You know, early January, he was in a slump, Brent. He slept in the locker room. He wouldn't leave the facility. It only speaks to that crazy gym rat mentality this entire team has.
Buford is now on the floor for Oklahoma. Buddy Hield stays, and Walker has checked in as one of the guards, number 2. Cousins, of course, stays out there along with Buddy. And there you are,
yep,
on cue.
That's what there's 17 scouts here tonight to watch Buddy Hield, but they're also here to see a guy like Isaiah Cousins, one of the best mid-range jump shooters in college basketball.
They've cut that 10-point deficit in half, and they did it quickly. They got a chance to cut even further. Here comes Buddy Hield looking for daylight. Great defense against him. A steal by Cousins. Hield again.
Crowd gets up every time Buddy Hield goes to shoot that 3.
Here they come again. Walker's 3. Yes. Drains it off the bench.
One of the reasons Lon Kruger made the switch and put Cousins at the point, Woodard at the 2, was because at 6'4", he can see a pass like that.
This is Roach. Pulls up to Jay. They can tie the game. They can erase that 10-point deficit. Foul on the play.
Think about it, Brent, with the new rules this year. A guy who's 6'4", who plays downhill. Watch the look. One-hand pass across the court. Good find, and that's been going on all season long.
And Roach picks up 2 quick fouls. Coach Smart is over there with Taylor talking about it. Yancey on the floor. Holland is out there now. Mack has checked in. And Felix and eBay is back. So Smart juggles his lineup. Again, Roach had 2 personals. But a great spin, great feed in underneath. And I'm not sure Spangler was expecting it. Here comes Holland at the other end. And he loses the dribble, tracks it down.
Yeah, that pass was a little too low by Hield to Spangler. One thing I like about Texas, they do play with poise.
Mack sets the 3 ball. eBay tracks it down, did a great job battling for that rebound and then racing down to the corner to get it. Buford's on Felix, and Spangler rebounds the miss. Pull up for the lead. Not there. Rebound eBay.
You love the way Oklahoma, Brent, plays so free. They take those quick shots, not afraid of it. They love the tempo at this pace.
The Horns are going to send Lammert back out at the next opportunity. Mack, Holland, and Felix out beyond the perimeter, and Felix fires. Sealed up. Holland with great hustle goes to the corner, and it will be OU basketball. So a reminder, Saturday, Fran mentioned it, the rematch The game of the year was played earlier in Lawrence. Triple overtime. And now the rematch. Game day will be here Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Kansas and these Oklahoma Sooners, who are on an 8-0 run right now.
And Kansas has 3 road losses already in the league. You see eBay, Brent. He's a factor in there.
Spangler cut off. Air ball. And it'll go over to the Horns.
One of the things that's key tonight for Shaka Smart is keeping eBay out of foul trouble, because he's proven over the last 5 games he's really hard to score against in the lane.
Texas has missed 8 shots in a row after carving out that 10-point lead. Push to eBay. They don't miss that one.
No.
That's high percentage, and that's eBay's second field goal of the night.
He reminds me of where DeAndre Jordan was when he played at Texas A&M. Now, the danger is he's a senior. Jordan was a freshman, but he's got a lot of the qualities.
Jordan's getting a much larger paycheck.
Yes, he is.
And Walker on the drive. Tap back. Yancey. And winds up being a foul.
I'm going to tell you something. This was a soft Texas team in December, even though they beat Carolina. Kendall Yancey brings that toughness. Take a look. Watch him hustle here. That's one of a number of plays he's made early in this game. Effort plays.
So Buddy Hield picks up number 1. Crowd unhappy with that call. Taylor back on the floor to run the point. Yancey has been the ringleader here tonight. Lambert, great shooter, takes it to the floor.
Spangler got away with a push on eBay.
There's Spangler the other way. Great feed by Buddy Hield. Beautiful play.
Great hustle by Spangler. He got a couple steps head start because eBay was underneath the rim. Good hustle by Spangler.
Taylor keeps it with Spangler on him, goes to Lambert and back down into that corner. Taylor on the drive, got Spangler in the air, didn't get the whistle. Surprisingly, Holland misses the 3. eBay an offensive rebound. Here comes Holland on the drive, and it's knocked away and out of bounds. Latin with a good move that time. Off him. It'll be OU basketball, but here is the play of the night, folks.
When you have a good team, Brent, it's more than the All-American. It's the guys that do the dirty work. Guy like Ryan Spangler running the floor, looking like a tight end tonight.
That's how Joe Lunardi or Joey Brackett sees the Big 12 tonight. There's the seed. Frank, offshore, where I follow the money. There is now a proposition. Can he nail all 68 teams for ESPN? Can he get them all before the tournament?
I have confidence.
They're paying plus 700. I could get 700 to 100 on it offshore.
I think he's going to get 67, Brent.
Okay.
I think he's going to get 67.
Joey Brackett's, there's props on him.
Yes.
Whoa, the Super Bowl's over, so now we got props on Joey Brackett. Go to 5 Dimes. Look it up. Here we go now. Oklahoma trailing by 2.
And Taylor's on Spangler, so he's going to go to work.
And a whistle in underneath. And is that Holland who was down low? No, that was Taylor. I believe down low, yeah. His first.
Yeah, somehow he got switched on to Spangler. Now they're going to play zone here. Now get out of it quick. Back to man.
Buddy being defended by the taller Lambert. Takes him off the dribble. Fades short. Lambert did a terrific job.
Yes, he did. Yep. You know, Lambert and eBay have learned not to leave their feet until shot goes up. Oh,
and
man.
the 3 ball by Yancey. That's his 3rd 3 of this game.
Shaka Smart told him at practice today, you're not from Dallas, you're from Richardson. It's a suburb. Little does he know, this guy is a tough guy.
And James is fouled. That's Yancey picks up the personal.
He went a number of games.
What'd you say? Junkyard dog?
Yeah.
He's a little bit like a junkyard dog.
Well,
that's a term of affection.
Oh, no question. He said we needed some meanness. If you provide us meanness, I will play you more.
You might be able to play defensive back for the Broncos.
You know, I've known this kid since 5th grade. He was a heck of
a foot race, and Cousins runs down the ball.
He was a heck of a football player. Nasty.
Yeah. All right.
Trust me, Brent. I know my football talent.
You keep an eye on those dudes. Cousins outside. Didn't get the bounce. A terrific Latin rebound, and Spangler goes back, and now got a little daylight on eBay, and he drains it.
Well, eBay stuck out there. He did a good job of not leaving his feet, but Cousins, that's probably the 400th shot he's made today in this gym, Brent, if not more.
Oh, exactly. Those two rascals, Cousins and Hield. There's Yancey. Hangs in the air.
Oh,
beautiful shot. Oh, that's big time. Whoa, hung and then got it off the glass. James sealed up by eBay. Scouts were watching that.
The biggest thing for eBay, Brent, is just don't commit silly fouls. He's staying on the floor, and he's a factor at the rim. Our guy Yubi, you know what he would say? He is a major contributor tonight, okay? Come on, a major contributor.
Taylor resets with 5 on the shot. He's going to have to go. Isaiah's got to go. He knows it. Good point guard. He knew the seconds were running down, so he attacked, came away with the field goal. Well, this is a conference of good point guards.
You got it. You got it. I tell you, it's hard to pick one. Monte Morris, Cousins, Taylor, Mason.
Lost the ball. And OU basketball.
Well, we've talked about it, Brent. We talked to him today, right, about what Shaka Smart wants. He wants poise. He wants speed under control.
Didn't he say that he gave me the keys to the car?
He did, right? Remember what we told him, right? So
I know what you told me.
Yeah, I said you're downshifting in city traffic, aren't you now? You're not running people over. You know, go 80 on the highway, but you got to slow down in traffic.
Latin away with the feed, and there's eBay.
Every time eBay gets a rebound, Brent, the cash register's going up. I'm telling you, he's a second-round pick right now.
There's 5 of them, 5 boards tonight.
Yep. A month ago, he was an afterthought.
Lammert is short this time, and so Buddy Hield back on the floor. Got Spangler on his right. Goes in, and he's on the free throw line. So Buddy Hield comes to the free throw line, and he will be the first Oklahoma Sooner to shoot a free throw when you come back to Norman. Texas leads it.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball.
Despite the extra practice today, ice cold. 1 of 6, 1 of 4 from three-point range. Conference's leading scorer, leading candidate to be player of the year, green room candidate, and all of that. But not off to a good start tonight.
And the reason is Kendall Yancey knows what deodorant Buddy Hield uses because he's been right in his shirt tonight. He's taking a break right now, Yancey. The freshman is out there.
And look who's here, Buddy's mom, able to come to this game in Norman. Nice to see Jackie here. She said, don't you be worrying about my son. He's about to come along.
Oh, yeah. And she's going to stay with Buddy and Isaiah till the end of the season, and then Buddy's going to take care of Mom, I can tell you that. She won't be an 8-mile rock long in the Bahamas.
Roach back on the floor. He saddled with 2 early fouls here. Taylor. Spangler. 4 rebounds for him tonight, and blocking foul as Buddy comes in, and got that off Isaiah Taylor.
Smart play, second foul by Taylor, but Buddy knew he had the angle. I always say, Brent, when you're even, you're leaving. In other words, if you're even with the defender, he cannot get back in front of you, especially with that speed.
Now that's 7 fouls on Texas to 3 on OU here in the first half. And indeed, buddy, start to put some points down now. And right away, Fran, you mentioned Yancey. Yancey comes back on the floor. Remember, Taylor saddled with a couple of fouls. Felix a good ball handler, so he can help out in that backcourt as he waits. Yancey will give it up to Roach.
And this young man, Roach, only a freshman. He'll eventually become a point guard, or at least a combo guard. Good skill.
Felix a senior.
Let me tell you, Brent, Cousins is underrated defensively, too.
Doing a good job. He's tracking Lammert. Giving up size. Felix got Spangler to move. Great pass to eBay. What a great feed by Felix on that to the big man.
You get the feeling every time eBay gets a chance to score based on his 3.5 years, he's making every bit count now down the stretch.
Don't you love, Fran, that someone listened to coaches through these years comes alive when he gets a chance? Latin misfiring over everything, and here's Yancey bringing it up. Waits for Felix to come out on top. Inside of 2 minutes now in the first half. They were once up by 10. And on the feed, Latin fouled eBay. On the entry pass, there was no doubt about it.
We're talking about this young man. Watch eBay now. He's just going to play off penetration. That's what he's going to do in the league. But then that's going to happen a lot because of the way the spacing of the NBA game is and all those great guards. He doesn't block this shot, Brent, but watch him. He's just lurking, and he forces Spangler to kick it out. That's the kind of presence he's become.
Smart's going to give him a little break here so he doesn't pick up a cheap foul here in a couple of minutes. That means Claire will play. Roach battles his way in with that athletic ability.
Now, 2 weeks ago, I tweeted that Roach and Davis have a chance to be like Hield and Cousins. The Texas coaching staff clipped the tweet out, put it in their lockers.
Cousins misfiring and all orange underneath the rack. This is a big start for the Horns here. 8-point underdog in this game tonight. They're up by 7. And traveling, so they turned it over.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, Brent. Watch the numbers when you talk about as freshmen, Hield and Cousins. You see the Texas guards already off to a great start.
LeBron, and then of course the Rockets and Trailblazers will wind up with it. But Fran, so many memories of Kobe Bryant as he shuts down his career.
Amazing, amazing. Remember seeing him in high school at Lower Merion? It just seemed like yesterday, Brent. Back in the mid-90s. Remember the Nets were going to take him, and they decided not to pull the trigger because he threatened to go to Europe if they took him.
So there are the scouts who are watching these athletes.
You recognize that guy?
Yeah, I covered him a lot. Brian Winters. He could shoot it, man.
Oh, boy. Marcus Johnson, right? The late Dave Myers. And the Dauber. Bob Lanier.
Tough team. Bob Lanier had come from Detroit.
Yes.
As I recall, somebody's going to correct me, but I think size 22 sneaker.
Yes,
okay.
yes. 20, yep.
I'm not sure I've seen one since, okay? He was
custom.
He was terrific to deal with. I mean, all those big rascals were.
Leagues change. You know, so many great big men. Now it's a game of speed,
face the basket, shoot. Yep. Europeans brought a little of that, I thought, Fran, with the big men, better shooters on the outside, and then our big men start to shoot it, face the basket. Yeah, it was certainly a different game then. Lammert goes with the 3. Yes, that's his spot. Deadly.
You know, Brent, he comes running out like he's going to screen, and he just slips it and gets away, and boy, is he confident.
Buddy Hield, bad pass into Lammert's hands. It's a little bit of a have to forget for the Sooners. They're going to have to regroup in the second half.
Well, based on what we've seen, Brent, no surprise the way Texas has played over the last 8 games. What a magnificent coaching job by Shaka Smart.
You know what really impresses me, Fran, is that they have held Oklahoma at home, where the Sooners normally shoot 28%, and Buddy Hield 1 of 6 here in the first half, 1 of 4 with the 3-ball. We don't normally see that with the Sooners in this building.
We don't, but here's the thing that's happened. When you get to midway through the conference, everybody's strengths and weaknesses are known already. They have done a terrific job of climbing into Buddy Hield. And by the way, when you chase him off the 3-point line, like they've done a good job of, now he's got to drive it into Prince eBay. So they're not letting him get the 3 because they have the rim protector in the back when he does drive.
Cousins with 8 points leads the way, but we can't say enough about Yancey's contribution for the Longhorns. He's a game-high scorer. Kendall Yancey, Richardson, Texas, and he put down 13 points, his season high, and he had 8 points up there in the first 3 minutes of this game. Some of you had not joined us. He nailed 2 threes early. He's got 3 threes for the game. He's got 3 of Texas' 5 threes. And that's Walker out on top of Taylor. So we come down for the closing seconds here. 31-22. Checking to see what the clock in a foul situation is. It'll be ball out of bounds. So they had a foul to give. Now Taylor's going to drive, and Walker fouling again. So here it comes back over out of bounds. So this is a planned strategy by the Sooners. Now that leaves the Horns with 4.2 seconds to do something with. Christian James will replace Walker, who did what coach wanted. The freshman's now on the floor. Felix fires a 3 off the front of the iron, and that's the end of the first half. Texas leads it 31-22, and that is the season low in any half for the Sooners, who just a few days ago were the #1 team in the country. Now let's send you to the Jeep halftime report. Here's Carl Ravitch and coverage of this game as she watches it. Staying in touch. We wish her the best, and hopefully she can return next week. We go to Lawrence. We've got Oklahoma State at Kansas on Big Monday. And Holly, we certainly hope you're able to join us.
We love you, Holly. Keep battling. We love you.
Spangler will take the ball out of bounds. OU with the first possession. They shot 28% in the first half. 7 of 25.
See how comfortable eBay is, Brent? He's out there helping.
Hield stays with it and 1. Good start to the second half for Hield, who was held in check for much of the first half.
He gets to the rim. Take a look, and the official Keith Kimball points at the restricted arc because that's where Felix is. He's inside that white line. Easy call.
A 3-point play to start the second half, and it's a 6-point Longhorn lead.
One thing we learned about being around Buddy Hield, Brent, you can't keep him quiet, both figuratively and literally.
eBay with the high pick for Felix. Operating in front of Shaka Smart, who's been on his feet all game. Here's eBay. Bounces in off Latin, loses the ball. Loose, Yancey again. No basket.
Smart play by eBay. He dropped the ball as he was going to the ground, but there's Yancey again, coming up with the hustle play. Watch eBay. He loses the ball, so it's not a travel, but Kendall Yancey, young man out of Richardson Berkner in Dallas. Remember his brother, Terrell Harris, outstanding player at Oklahoma State. Miami Heat ring.
And Felix is fouled as he drives to the basket. Latin. And that's his 3rd personal.
You know, Brent, I don't know how you feel because we're watching this Texas team grow up. But how about the job Javon Felix has done over the last few times we've watched him?
This is the first free throw of this game for Texas. Lead it by 7. Cousins brings it all the way up, but they waved off in underneath, and that was Felix.
Cousins ran right in.
His third.
Yeah, how about big fella eBay? Cousins ran right into him. You see that burst of speed by Cousins as he came by?
And so now Roach replaces Felix. So Felix with the 3 fouls. Latin has 3 fouls for Oklahoma. Those are the only 2 players with 3 fouls.
Little zone here by Texas.
Buddy Hield pulls the trigger. Not this time. Here come the Horns. Buddy Hield is 1 of 4 from 3-point range in this game.
This team went 6 for 24 at Kansas State on Saturday night. So the best shooting team in the country behind the arc is struggling.
Pull up by Taylor off the front of the iron into Cousins' hands. Lammert with size on Woodard, so Woodard puts it on the deck, and the fade on the bigger man, not there, and Spangler cleans it up.
They don't run a lot of plays for him, but that's okay. He just gets to the backside and cleans up the mess.
Back to within 5. Yancey off the iron into Woodard's hands.
Nice.
Great pass to Spangler by Woodard. Shaka Smart's got to talk about it. OU looking like a different team here early in the second half.
Lakers. He wasn't recruited by Oklahoma, but he came home when Lon Kruger got the job, and boy, has he been part of that special foursome that started all these games in a row.
Roach and Taylor in the backcourt. Taylor sees daylight and drives through. Didn't get it to fall, and eBay hustles down the loose ball.
Taylor thinks he has the mismatch, but Spangler's been guarding guards all season because they switch out top.
Cousins very aware of Lammert's range. Roach fires a 3. Yes, big shot for the Longhorns.
Remember that name, Kerwin Roach Jr. I'll make that comparison. He and Davis are a lot like Cousins and Hield 3 years ago. Do they have the work ethic those guys have?
Pull up Cousins. And there's Roach with great athletic ability. Triple jump champion twice for Texas. Yancey, not this time. Lammert got a hand on it, and Roach will track it down.
A lot of pick and rolls from Texas.
Taylor sticks with it, tries to get it to eBay. Ball on the floor, got it back, and here's Roach. Lammert's range is beautiful, but not this time. Into Cousins' hands. He's going to press it hard. Spangler's running the floor again. Yes!
Good look by Cousins.
They're having a hard time finding Spangler off of a defensive rebound. He started to run the floor, Fran. You mentioned he's a tight end, and they can't find him.
Well, he was a quarterback in high school, but he certainly looks like a tight end. Because he's spending time out on the perimeter, Brent, he's getting a quick release out up the court. Not your typical big guy playing inside.
Deep three, no. And Latin with a rebound, and here come the Sooners. Buddy Hield cut off. Lammert did a good job. Now he'll fire the three on Lammert. No. Rebound, and there's contact underneath. It's going to go against Texas. Exchange of words. The officials jump in, checking as to what brought about the exchange of words down there. eBay and Latin got into it, so the officials are now conferring after watching the replay. As you take a look at it here, the foul is on Roach as he comes in. You see there's the personal foul. Now Latin goes to the floor, and suddenly Spangler gets in there, and there's just a little bit of bumping down there. It certainly didn't appear to be anything serious. Words were exchanged between Latin and eBay. Hield got all over Latin and got him off the floor, and then Kruger waded in on Latin.
I would be surprised, Brent. Joe DeRosa looking over at the Texas bench, so maybe there's a dead ball contact technical here, but I think the bigger picture is the fact that Texas is not going to get pushed around like they were early in the season.
Be smart with boys down there. Don't get caught up in any shenanigans. Okay? But we're going to stand up. All right? We're going to stand up. All right? Stand up.
And that's exactly what the coach is talking about, that they're going to stand up, but he wants it to play with poise and not get involved in anything. But it's clear that Joe DeRosa has something going over at the scoring table right now.
Remember last Monday night, Brent, when Rico Gathers whacked eBay in the back, and Isaiah Taylor was the first guy at Gathers?
So Joe DeRosa is now informed the Texas huddle. And so it's technicals on both sides.
Okay.
That's it. It is 44. eBay gets one of them, and Latin. So the two are exchanging words, get technicals on both sides. Joe DeRosa just signaled over to us that those are the two numbers. So, and Kruger was very unhappy with Latin.
How many is that on Latin? That's 4, and that's only eBay's first, so a good trade-off for Texas. And that means McNeese, the redshirt freshman, is in the game.
He's got his hands full with Prince down low, let me tell you. Woodard pulls up to Jay, and there is eBay, comes out and traveling.
He did.
Joe DeRosa saw it.
Stumbled a little bit and lifted that pivot foot. Joe DeRosa's made that call, what, 25,000 times maybe?
Absolutely. NBA and college, he's simply been one of the best. Spangler gives it back, but Woodard's got an open look three and did not make it.
Brent, they keep chasing those guys out on the three-point line, and this Oklahoma team has struggled behind the arc the last 2 games.
Davis with the defensive rebound. Felix handling at the point right now. And here is Taylor. Giving it back to Felix. Felix with a spin move. What about that move by the little fella?
Roy Williams called him an old man.
Yeah, and Hill gets loose coming down the baseline.
Maybe an easy one will get Buddy going because he's forced some shots tonight.
Here's Taylor from the wing, giving it up to Felix. Felix will fire the three. Rattles out. OU basketball. Texas getting back quickly on defense. They don't want to see Spangler getting loose on him on the open floor like he did a couple of times. Part of Shaka's talk over there was no more layups. And they're making him work for every basket this half-court set.
Well, they got the rim protector in the back so they can really push up and make those guys drive.
Cousins drains a three, and it's a one-point game. Open is Davis. Rebound, eBay hustling the floor, got back quickly with his teammate and stuffed it back in. Big play.
That is a powerful man, 6'11", about 265. Coming into his own down the stretch of his senior year.
Just a terrific story in college basketball to see his maturity, and foul is going to go against the Longhorns. While we're talking about it, I do want to mention the fact that Cameron Ridley, and that opened the door for him out with the foot injury. He was on his scooter today. He did not have the walking cast on, and he took some shots from the side. So remember, they're still hopeful that he can come back and join this team in March. But what that did was allow Prince eBay to step into this lineup, and he's made the most of his opportunity. Taylor, by the way, has picked up 3 fouls. Cousins, yes, getting hot, brings the 3-ball now, and we're deadlocked at 39.
That's your point guard, 6'4", can defend, shoot, and run the team.
Holland and Mack are in the game for the Horns. Felix loses it on the dribble. OU going down for the lead. And there was a foul called on the drive to the rim.
Great defense by Buddy Hield. He kept Felix right in his sights. Didn't let him get by him. It would have been a shot clock violation if not for Buddy's steal.
Lammert returns, replaces Mack. Hield cuts for the inbounds, but it goes the other way to Woodard. Now it's Buddy. Cousins has the hot hand for him. Going to drive on Lammert. Kick to the corner now. And traveling.
Buddy Hield's telling Spangler, shoot the ball. Great dish by Cousins, and Spangler's a guy, Brent. He's had some big games behind the arc this year, but he's a streaky shooter.
Davis's 3. And the foul is going to be called. We've got a timeout.
Von Kruger looking really smart in the preseason. He made the change. He put Cousins at the point. 6'4", he can shoot over you, but he's also a dime dropper.
By Microsoft Cloud, you can see that Oklahoma 2, Texas sitting at number 30. Both, though, are 5 and 3 against the RPI top teams. And now here is Taylor. After that timeout, pulls the trigger with a big hoop to put the Horns back ahead.
And he jumped right into the body of McNeese. Texas, Brent, 6 of their final 8 games are against Joey Brackett's projected field, including tonight. That's good D.
Texas has played good defense all night, friends, especially when they get set in the half court and eBay works there underneath. Oklahoma's been able to really drive repeatedly to the rim. Woodard trying to get in, and McNeese lost the handle, and now Felix comes right back down on Cousins. Going to go in on him, and McNeese would hustle. Do they score it?
Interesting. Did that ball hit the backboard, or did he block it into it? Once it hits the board, you got to leave it alone. Take a look. Oh boy, I don't think it was on the downward flight, and I think it was still in the air before it hit the backboard. But that shows you the athleticism. That young man played very little high school basketball. Remember his name in the future.
Cousins with the floater. He's taking over for OU right now. It's a 2-point game.
Hey, Brent, that game in Baton Rouge, he was terrific, wasn't he, when you did that game with Dickie V?
He was great. Taylor. Into Buddy Hield's hands. They come down. Buddy rocks around for the tie. Now Felix at the other end. Gets in too far. Lambert. Here's Hield. No. I would have brought the roof down.
Absolutely. Quick handoff by Cousins, and Hield couldn't knock it down. They don't mind that shot.
Taylor floats in the lane. Got to get the bounce. Good, quick, athletic move by the young man.
And because Oklahoma does so much switching, Spangler's caught out there guarding those guards all night.
Cousins off the front of the iron, tracks down his own miss, and here's Buddy firing, rattled out. And I think that's Spangler fouling eBay. eBay was shaken up on this one.
I thought his knee buckled for a second, Brent, as he came down. He's going to get a blow right here. Watch him come down now. Watch his knee. Like it went backwards a little bit. Right there.
Yeah, there's no question. He stretched it, didn't he, a little bit? I think he reached for it. Watch his hand and see if he doesn't reach for the leg. Yes, he did. There's no question, Frank. You saw it live, and the replay with a very good view of that, and let's hope that that's all right. The trainer and medical staff right down there right away on that leg, and you can tell that there's a little pain. You can see it on eBay's face, and let's just hope that that's just a little bit of a mild strain. Here comes Taylor now, floats one, tap. Claire, who checked in for eBay, taps it in, and it's a 4. Big move by Claire.
He got that basket because McNeese tried to get the block shot.
Now, going to go the other way, but I'll tell you one thing you see immediately without eBay. You can drive to the edges of the glass. I mean, it didn't take OU but a second to get there.
You're saying they've been a little hesitant otherwise tonight.
No question.
Yep. I think eBay was getting that under 8-minute blow anyway. Hopefully he'll be back.
Wrap around Taylor, not there. Claire again, blocked by Hield, and a foul's going to be on Buddy.
It's not often you see Bahamian.
It's that Walker who got the foul now. Hang on here for a second.
Okay. Looked like it. Thought it was Buddy.
Yeah, but I think Walker got the foul, Fran. Yeah, that's 3 on Walker.
Okay. Good break, because you don't see Bahamian on Bahamian crime very often. It's 2 young men from that beautiful island, the Bahamas.
So Buford now checks in for OU. McNeese comes out. Latin has been watching because that technical was his 4th foul of the game. Claire becomes what they say in all of sports, the next man up for the time being. 8:42 to go. Buddy Hield cutting the other way, and there's a foul against the Horns.
Yeah, Davis was in no man's land. They ran an isolation play to get Hield on Davis, and Davis put 2 hands on him.
Lambert has been held in check from 3-point range tonight. He's only 1 of 6, and he's normally a very, very good long-range shooter.
The thing that stands out to me, Brent, whether Texas wins this game or not, is just how poised they are. You think about being on the road in a big game like this.
Buddy Hield, 14 points. Cousins with 16. Yancey still the leading scorer for the Horns with 13. Taylor has 9. eBay has 8, and he continues to watch. Great drive by Taylor.
There's no rim protection for Oklahoma without Latin in there, and he's able to get to the rim.
Buford going to take the long ball. Back down to 1 now. Buddy urging the crowd on. Out of bounds, turn it over. And look at Buddy yelling at the crowd. Timeout. Texas with a 1-point lead.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by...
I can tell you I'm sending it over to Holly Rowe for an update from the medical staff. So, Holly, you are missed when something like that happens. Well, here we go now. Buford comes out for Buddy Hield on the drive, and there he is. Oh, he got eBay in the air, drove in, and there was a whistle. Spangler got knocked down here.
I think Lambert got a piece of him. You know, Brent, the last time Buddy Hield had less than 2 3-point shots in a game was back on November 30th against Wisconsin. He was 0 for 2.
And he's sitting on that 1 of 8 here tonight. eBay makes such a difference just being on the floor with his size for the Horns. 7:19 to go. Chance for a big upset here. Lambert against Cousins. They've kept Cousins on him because he's done a good job for much of the night. Great spin by Felix. Tap by eBay. No. Battle out of bounds. And it's OU ball, I believe, here.
I thought that went off Yancey. Official may have better eyes than us.
Yeah, well, they were the one thing they're closer than we are.
Yep.
Spangler touched it.
Yeah, that's close. Well, I thought Yancey got it last. Can't check that unless it's the under 2 minutes.
It was close.
Yes, it was.
Taylor in the lane, and it costs OU 2 points. 51-48.
Great body control by Taylor.
And a foul on the play also.
Take a look now. This kid is under so much control. A couple years ago, he kept both teams in the game.
He too is one of those youngsters who elected to stay in school, starting to mature, going to get a longer look by the professionals.
And he's in a good system too.
Cousins short on the iron. Lambert with a big rebound, and Texas starting to feel a little something special here tonight.
And we saw it last week at Baylor. Every time the Bears made a run, this team just plays with poise.
To the corner, and Lambert did not get the roll. Spangler with position on eBay. Walker gives it to Buddy Hield. Here's Buford attacking baseline on eBay, and the foul. Remember, eBay's only foul of the night had been that technical until this.
And a smart move by Buford. He drove the big guy and picked up the foul.
Yeah, and if there's any kind of a twinge in that knee, that's also what you want to do right now.
Yeah.
Right, is to test it.
You saw this guy, Brent, with his career high up in Ames. He had 14. He hit that half-court shot.
He's got a great future.
Yes.
With the Sooners.
Both of these teams have a lot of young players. Oklahoma and both have had great recruiting years, by the way.
Texas up 2. Coming to the 6-minute mark.
Watch Felix. They smelled it out.
They reset now. Hield is on Felix. Taylor's keeping it, driving, goes up left-handed, no. And it will be OU basketball. They can come down and shoot for the tie or the lead.
Good challenge at the rim, too. Taylor got there.
Spangler has been a warrior tonight. 9 rebounds. eBay with 11.
Great matchup, Yancey and Hield.
Yancey right with him. And Hield drives. Did not get the roll. Lambert rebounds. Buddy Hield 4 of 14 for the floor here tonight.
And you give credit to that young man from Richardson, Texas. His coach joked with him today that he's a suburban guy. No such luck.
One of the best underdogs in this conference, the Texas Longhorns. Felix, the floater, there it is. There's his game.
I'm telling you, Brent, the amazing thing to me is to be able to go on the road week after week. We saw it at Kansas when they stayed in that game. We saw them beat Baylor last week.
Walker drives inside, gets too far. Felix with the turnover, coming back down now with a 4-point lead. They've got terrific guard play. Felix and Taylor now can orchestrate the clock and the plays. They got eBay back on the floor. Lambert is a 3-point. And they've got Yancey, the junkyard dog, out there.
Having 2 point guards really helps them.
Absolutely. And this is one of them. Taylor give it up now to the other. And they load eBay. Felix loaded him. Left hand didn't stay down into Walker's hands. And OU now with a chance at the 4-minute mark.
Oh, Lambert switched on Hield right now. They've got a little advantage there.
Cousins drives and foul. So we'll take a break before he shoots the free throws. One of the great rivalries in college athletics.
That nasty that Shaka Smart has wanted out of him tonight as he's hounded Buddy Hield virtually all game. Terrific effort.
And Cousins misses a free throw. They've shot 13 free throws to only 5 for the Longhorns in this game. Makes the second, makes it a 3-point game. 3:47.
It's so much fun to win on the road, especially in this league where they're hard to come by.
Taylor again driving, loves that left-handed drive. You have got to watch him coming to the left. He is lethal.
What a great design play, Brent. They set a screen on the sideline and then watch him get to the rim, draw the body, and gets chance at 3. Hield commits it. So impressed with this guy and his maturity.
Just a huge 3 points to put Texas up by 6 at the 3:30 mark.
You made me think last week about Shaka Smart in the NBA because he's got a lot of those Brad Stevens qualities.
No question. He's very impressive. Here's Buddy Hield, fires a 3. Yes.
Good time to be a hero.
Whistle down away from the ball here.
I think they got
Spangler.
Yes, they did, Brent. And that's important because the last time eBay was trying to set a screen because Taylor came off last time. Spangler wouldn't let him get there, but Joe DeRosa had that. Now, this is an interesting situation. 2 for 21 to start the year from the line, but lately, Brent, 12 of 14.
Make it 13 of 15.
How about that? Remember that Kansas game where he was building so many bricks they were going to add the extension to Allen Fieldhouse.
That's where he really resembled Jordan that night.
He wants to be paid like DeAndre Jordan.
Tracked down by Buford. Sitting on a 4 right now at 2:45. Sooners come down. Buddy Hield weaves, comes up left-handed, and it's a 2.
Great move, split the trap. You know, he taught Cousins the work ethic to shoot, but Cousins worked with his ball handling this summer.
Smart wants the timeout. Hield now with 18, make it 20 points, 6 of 16 from the field.
Remember last year, Brent, the scout said he couldn't put it on the floor. Well, it took the guy from Mount Vernon, the guy with the city game, to teach Buddy some of those moves. They work so well hand in hand. Nice isolation. eBay's really dead right here. He shows you can't stop that.
They screened Yancey on top. Did a beautiful job of that. I want to remind you that after our game, stick around for Sports Center. John Anderson and Nicole Briscoe. Highlights from all the basketball action. A little hockey going on tonight. The Beanpot Champion.
Who'd you have in that?
Boston College and Boston University.
Who'd you have? Puck and a half?
One of the Boston teams.
In snowy Beantown.
Taylor will bring it down now. 14 of Buddy's 20 have come in this half. So they certainly have to be aware of him now. And Taylor coming down from that left side. Did not fall. Chance to tie or take the lead. Which way will they go? Cousins or Hield?
Felix has Hield.
Spangler to screen. And there's a foul. It's against the Horns, and they're over the limit.
Watch this, Brent. Felix peeks towards the screen. Once he peeks, Buddy goes the opposite direction. Felix cannot get back in front. That's really smart. Good IQ basketball.
That's the 4th foul on Felix. Buddy Hield with a chance to tie it with this free throw. 11 fouls on Texas and 9 on Oklahoma. And he does. He ties it at the free throw line. He has 20-plus points now. Now we come down to the 2-minute mark. OU fans on their feet.
Got to think he's going to have the ball and likely a ball screen.
The 3, no. And Buddy Hield's got it at 1:33. They haven't led since about the 2-minute mark of the first half. Timeout is called by Coach Kruger. The last lead for the Sooners was 3-2 at the 18:55 mark. Season low, but they have gamely hung in there and battled back. Buddy Hield has the last 7 Oklahoma points.
And you know what you're like if you're Oklahoma. You got 5 guys on the floor that can all stretch the defense with the 3 ball.
But he's going to drive, throw it up, and he's fouled. He's back on that free throw line. So they cleared it out, and they wanted Buddy to drive this time.
Well done, Brent. They worked on this yesterday in practice. Both big guys ran up like they were going to set a screen, but you called it. Watch all the isolation room right here. And then Yancey's just got to throw his body in front.
Buddy is 8 of 9 at the free throw line and make it 9 of 10 as he puts Oklahoma ahead for the first time since the opening minutes of this game. Smart is going to make some substitutions here.
Offensive guys. The two defenders go out. Mack comes in. Davis comes in.
Makes them both. 10 of 11 at the free throw line. A 24-point game. He scored their last 9 points at 111 with a 2-point lead. On the shot. Taylor wants to go in the lane, and he's fouled.
There's an example right there. Sometimes no ball screen is the best play. They've been screening Taylor all night. Once Buford came out, Taylor knew he could get to the basket, and Buford fouled him. Well done.
Now for the tie. eBay and Yancey both return.
Watch this, Brent. He's waving off the ball screen. He says, I got this guy. Just give me some room. And that's what he does. Good poise.
Deadlocked at 60. 57 seconds to go.
Does Lon Kruger go 2 for 1 here? Probably not.
Buddy, the pull-up Jay. Got it for the rebound, and Felix has got it for the Horns.
Brent, they did go 2 for 1, so they'll get the last possession. Texas has 1 timeout.
Bringing the shot clock down toward 10.
There's that mismatch again.
He's got the same situation with Buford on him, drives on him, floats it, rattles out, and offensive foul is the call. Offensive foul.
Watch the drive. Watch his right arm as he gets by Buford. Little push off. You got to call that. Puts the defense at a disadvantage. Shaka Smart, this is the most animated I have seen him since he's been at Texas. Oh, I love this.
Deadlocked at 60. Final shot time. Timeout for Kruger.
Now, if I'm the official, I do not walk into their timeout. You're just asking for trying to negate eBay a little bit. I would try to get eBay away from the basket if I could, if I was Lon Kruger. Remember his NBA background, really good in special situations. Former coach of the Atlanta Hawks. eBay's guarding Buford, so run something that gets eBay away from the hoop.
Here comes Cousins. And the seconds start to tick away. Buddy jumps out. 4. Fires for the win. Yes! 1.3 left. Buddy Hield nails the 3-ball. All that extra practice paid off in the second half.
They set the ISO up, Brent. Done this so many times from that same spot through 4 years. Wants it, makes big shots, does it again. Go ahead and mail him the Wooden Award now.
He has scored the last 12 points of this Oklahoma comeback. Mom's loving it.
Oh, the jerk chicken's going to be tasty tonight. Now, if you're Shaka Smart, you got the home run play. You're going to be inbounding it from 94 feet. You're going to have time for a catch, pass, and shoot. The logical play here would be to throw it down the court to eBay or Lammert. Let them catch it, quickly kick it for a quick shot. It's got to be a three-point shot, Brent.
Felix. Yancey has 3 threes tonight, but all of them in the first half. Lammert is only 1 of 7. Felix has missed all 3 of his three-point attempts. The one thing about Lammert being a target is that size if they want to throw it to him.
Well, they'll try to do something like that, but remember this, if you're Oklahoma, you don't even guard the basket. You guard the three-point line. A two-point shot does you no good, so you must make sure that you guard the three-point line. That means a lot of switching. This has to be a long throw.
And it will be Lammert taking the ball out. eBay intercepted, Buddy Hield. Oklahoma wins it. Staying alive, the Phillips 66 player of this game, Buddy Hield. Lethal down the stretch. The winning 3 and then the interception. Oklahoma, trailing most of this game, rallies against its rival and wins a Big 12 thriller.